What does that mean? Manage my emotions. My emotions are just one big interconnected pile of confusion. Manage my emotions. But part of the reality of the biblical life is we have to become friends to what's going on inside of us. And what's going on inside of us should become our ally and friend. Whatever is going on in our emotions is a byproduct of the reality of how we think, how we feel, how we relate, what's going on around us, our emotion, our physical condition, our mental health. It's a byproduct. Now, self-awareness is not the key to managing emotions. Self-awareness gives us visibility so that we can see our emotions. And here's what you do. You take all the emotional confusion, all the mental confusion, you go up to heaven, you have a conversation with God the Father, you share it with him, you trust him, you tell him all about it. And as you are doing that, the Spirit of God is going to start changing your emotions. He's going to start giving you insight. Now you have made a trip to heaven. Stay in heaven until your perspective changes and your emotional life changes. That's what you do. But you go up to heaven because the solution is not on this earth. The solution is with our Trinitarian family, our acceptance in Christ, our relationship with God the Father, and the help of the Spirit of God. Then you come back to earth and you use what you've experienced, you've used the insight you've gotten to relate to this no good stinking world. That's it. It's about that simple. But we have to do it. It's not a concept. It's not a theory. It is something we have to practice. And the principle is I go up to heaven and I stay there long enough to change my wretched perspectives and my lousy emotions. Because that's what the Trinity has promised to do for us. Well, when a person says easier said than done, what they're really saying is they're not the type who hang around in heaven to learn how these changes occur. There's always wisdom when it comes to something like this. Forgiving somebody doesn't give the person you've forgiven a blank check to rob you blind. But what it does mean is you don't spend your life churning over something that hurt you. You deal with it, you forgive them, you get it out, so your insides are free. When we experience the strength that comes from loving God and loving others, it gives us the capacity to change how we think within and how we relate to this world, to the church, and to others.